One thing I always like to do in my gacha games is record my luck so I can prove to people how unlucky I generally am. We'll see how Neverness To Everness is going to treat us. We have done okay, I would say, on the standard banner. We did go to 88 out of 90 on our pity for our character, but they gave us 2 selectors, so I was basically able to get what I wanted. Definitely not lucky, though, going all the way to hard pity. I decided I'm going to pull on the Hitori banner. One, I liked her in the story. I thought she was an interesting character. I do have a thing about immortals and timelessness. I also like the umbrella, so I'm hoping to pick that up. Even if I wasn't going to get her, I think I would probably pull the 50 to get the umbrella. I really appreciate this game not having 50/50s, and wow, if you did want, let's say, the bigger skins, you probably have to whale. I mean, let's be honest, you're probably not going to get lucky and pull that early, or even the bike, but you could probably get the glider relatively easy. So let's see how lucky we can be not having any 50/50s in this game. So I've spent basically none of my currency here. I do have like maybe 10 more pulls I'm going to unlock at level 40, which I'm at 38 right now. So relatively close, but I'm not going to hold out. I do want to grab her and level her. I'm looking forward to using her in heists, especially. I think she's going to be fun to use in that mode. So let's see how we do today. We are going to go all the way to Hitori, and if we get her super duper early, we'll probably pull up to Umbrella. So minimum of 50 pulls going in. That would be amazing if we could just stop at 50 pulls, but we shall see. Let's go ahead and get rolling here. 10 pull going on in. Well, hey, a character right off the bat. That makes me feel all right. Don't be furry. Excellent. Couldn't have hoped for more. I do need some Hitoris. I do need some, Aurelias. I use Hitori in all my teams. I don't really use Aurelia too much, but okay, you were really loud. But I do think I will use her at some point, probably, just to mix things up. We'll see how we're going to do it. Now, I think I want to go, yeah, here's what we're going to do. We're going to go on double speed. I do think the animation's a little slow. But yeah, double speed rather than skipping through. And we'll have at least a little bit of the suspense. Okay, I like that we've already grabbed 2. I dislike that one of them's the furry. Here. Yeah, we don't need to see anything about you, buddy. So a little lucky on the A rank characters so far. Other than that, nothing really to speak of. One thing I did like about Infield is that you've got characters. Now, does it really matter once you have everybody's dupes? Really not. But I mean, am I ever going to use these arcs? Probably not there either. So that's kind of here nor there. All right, that's 10. I'm not expecting anything super duper early, but how cool would it be if we could stop by the time we got to 50, have her and the umbrella. Also, some of the gold currency would be pretty nifty here. Okay, a little bit of luck. Okay, well, we zoomed right past that, so that's the costume. Okay, yeah, not much to say about that. The 5 extra rolls would have been kind of nice. Okay, we got 1 refunded roll. I do not hate that. And a big 6, so maybe we can catch up there. Another character. What do we got? Hitori is what I would like. Not Hitori, unfortunately. Okay, that is not going to help us catch the little creature. Another A. Okay, another character relatively early. I don't think I have a single dupe of him, so he is the only healer in game right now. How good is that? I haven't felt the need to use him, but hey. Okay, so we did get a refund. So that's not terrible. We did get 2 characters. So we're 2 characters up from being rock bottom. And we've saved 1 roll. All right, the last of my red dice going in here. And we did catch the little creature. 30 warp pieces is not terrible. You are able to use those to buy whichever normal banner S rank you want. And I would really like to get, is it Genuine? So that would be rather nice if we could get up to that amount. Okay, roll a 2. No 2s. Unfortunate. Okay, a little creature again. Okay, yeah, I don't have too much to say about the rest of this. Unfortunately, a lot of the other rolls are not too exciting, although let's be honest, in most gacha games, you get absolutely nothing unless you hit the character. So the fact that we could get a little bit of side currency and maybe some extra rolls, we could get the umbrella, we could get the skin, we could get the bike skin. Could be kind of cool. All right, that is 30 technically. This is 40 going on in. Our dreams of an early grab are rapidly deteriorating. B rank. Okay, can we roll 1 here? No. Another character though. Doing all right on that. No Hattoris, like literally 0. I'm a little disappointed in that. I'm pretty sure both of those are nearing max dupes. Okay, another refund. I wonder if that's guaranteed. This is the first time I've been rolling on the premium banner, as it were. I don't think we're catching him that time, that's for sure. Escaped. All right. Yeah, we did not get too much special that time. So we have refunded 2 pulls. So we pulled 40, but we also got a +2 to that. And we are 2 characters above where we expect to be. Although I'm not pulling the character that would actually be useful to me. A little disappointing. All right, here's number 50 going in. Big ol' 6. All right, we'd like a 3 here, please. That is not a 3. I also would just love it if we didn't have to go to hard pity. anytime before that would be rather appreciated by me. Okay, character. What do we got? Okay, there we go.
Are you okay?
I think I've got 3 dupes of her already, and I have 1 I can unlock by doing the rail mode. So it'd be great if we could get like 2 more just to have her maxed out, since she is a character I literally use in every single team. Big 6s here all of a sudden. All right, can we get a 2? No 2 for the bonus area. All right, we gonna hit this again? No. Okay, so that is not guaranteed. So I guess we're a little lucky getting the double refund. A little something. Okay, a spare mint. At the moment, she's my only character for the element, so I do use her a tiny bit. So we are 3 characters up, 2 refunded dice up. Bang, let's do it. A big 5. Yeah, there's not too much exciting over on this part. We got to get to those bonus areas. All right, 3 would be glorious. That's not a 3. We have not hit over here once, have we, for the early guaranteed grab? Now, I believe you can technically get these out of any chest, just the odds are minuscule. All right, can we get a 1 here? No, we cannot. And my creature escapes too. What a horrible run that we're having on this one. Yeah, horrible on that one. In a random A rank arc, which not impressive on that at all. Okay, so we are at, by the way, I really appreciate that they just put the counter here. I hate in other gachas when I have to remember because they don't update your history as you're doing it, or they do, but you have to like leave the screen, and then for some reason they only show you like 5 rolls at a time. It's ridiculous. Okay, the next 10 roll gets us to board modification, so we are in soft pity mode from there on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 would be our favored roll. We might start single pulling once we hit that. And actually, let me pull out of here. So yeah, we've already hit the pity on the umbrella. I will claim that. If we get it, we get like a really lame prize. But I did want this. I think it's way cooler than the dumb little floaty thing that we have at the moment. So cool. I'm glad we got that. Good job them tempting me in on that. Okay, so 10 more, and then I'll consider whether I want a single or multi-pull. Zoom right on past the bonus area yet again. Okay, another early Aurelia. Well, possibly early. Missed the refund. Oh, let's do something crazy. Let's get like a nice early one so we don't have to go all the way to hard pity. Chaos Zero Nightmare was another game that I was ridiculously unlucky in. That was a rather frustrating one to be unlucky in too. Hopefully, NTE will treat us much nicer here. We'll see. Something strange happened to the board. All right. Technically we got a double A drop, but I do not. I guess technically we got a quad drop. But hey, I don't really count those. Characters only, really. So we are 2 characters up, 2 refunds. We have made it to the modified board with much higher odds. I want to stop when we get her. Although I guess technically in this game, your pity carries over to the next banner you roll on, so you're never wasting rolls. Also, if you wanted the costume and you don't get it now, when the rerun comes around, you'll have your pity on those. So I really appreciate that. Again, talking about other ones here for a second. Infield, while technically more generous than a Hoyle game, God, that was a convoluted system, and it was just painful. Like, don't make things painful. Make it easy. And I really appreciate not having a 50-50. So I know if Babble's a good boy and he saves up his points, he's guaranteed to get the character that he wants, rather than, oh, I saved up for 2 patches and then I lost my 50-50. Yay. All right, I think I'm in, well, yeah, let's 10 pull it for the reasons stated above. All right, let's just roll a 1 here and be done. 5, okay, let's roll a 2 here and be done. That's not a 2. Okay, let's roll a 3 here and be done. 2 here and be done. 1 here and be done. Oh, you're just killing me. Such a tease. Okay, 2. That's not a 2. Okay, this is gonna take us to what, 80, I believe? So we're gonna go all the way towards hard pity, eh? Whoops. We could care less about you. Okay, so we are at 80 out of 90. I think I am gonna slow roll this. So we'll do some singles from here on out. We'll see if we can beat it. Our record so far is 88 pulls on the standard banner. There we go. Okay, I'm glad I solo pulled that.
Seasons turn and flow. Nature's fleeting glow. Gone before you know. I too once wished to linger in this moment. And yet, I stepped forward to greet the passing of time.
I like that they give you a nice, like, little video too, rather than just a shiny splash screen. Yeah, poet and don't know it. Good job, Hattori. All right, there we go. Board returned to its original state, and I'm not going to keep pulling just for trying to get extra characters. So let's jump out of there. I don't know if I'm going to try to pull on the weapon banner. While it's not atrocious, I only have like 40 something keys. So I'm not guaranteed to get the weapon. I'm gonna have to think about that a little bit. And she's a support character, not a main DPS. So I don't think I'm gonna pull for her weapon, especially if I have a reasonable alternative. Just for the record, let's hop into character here. I just wanna see. So we only got 1 dupe here. Okay, that's actually fine. That's fine. I can get her other one from the rail stuff. So I'm guaranteed 1 more dupe. So eeny, meeny, miny, mo here. Increase our damage while in paranormal ace or increase our crit. We'll take crit, sure. Why not? Doesn't really matter here. I love, by the way, again, I love that system where if you get a dupe, you can put it on whichever awakening you want, and you can just refund it for free and move it wherever you want. So much more friendly than so many of the other games. Okay, awakenings here. So I had 1. Oh, we have 4 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Almost maxed out. I'm not going to bore you guys by sitting there. I just want to see where we're at on these characters. So we're at 4 with Mint. Right, 1 with Edgar. And I believe we finished him up. Yeah, we literally have finished the character I am least interested in playing. Perfect. That's about par for the course. Okay, and we're out of there. Okay, well, I'm going to spend some time raising her up and enjoying my new character. Hopefully you guys had better rolls than I did. 88 and 81 so far in my game, but it is what it is. I haven't spent a penny on this game yet. If I do decide to spend, I will probably pick up the Battle Pass, and I'll use the Battle Pass weapon for Hattori, would be probably what my plan would be. That being said, I wouldn't do that unless you already have gotten to level 50. Just gotcha pro tip. You never know when you're just going to get bored and quit. So at least if you wait until you finish the battle pass, you know the rewards you're going to get. Don't buy battle passes early, in my opinion. All right, well, unlucky as usual, I would say. Hopefully you found that interesting. Either way, I just like to keep a record of that. If you want to watch my previous pain and suffering and other gotchas, I have various poll videos in their respective playlists for their game. All right, builders, I will catch you in the next one. Babble out.